Hey guys, welcome to Your Knowledge Buddy. And today's topic is about UK shortage occupation list. People think the UK shortage occupation list doesn't exist, but the truth is it does. It's just that you don't know where to look for. In fact, there are two lists which is in demand list as the government says, which is called immigration salary list and the shortage occupation list. So today I'm going to show you a demo of the UK government portal so that you can see it for yourself, and if there are jobs which you are interested or if you qualify, you can still apply for jobs with sponsorship in the UK. So let's get started. I'll provide all the links in my video description and pin comment. So the first is skilled worker visa. Here you see temporary shortage list. The name says temporary because the government wants to abolish this list, but it is still existing as of today. And the plan is to get rid of this list by next year. So if your job falls under this list, you can still get UK skilled visa. Now, there's some commentary here. First of all, if you don't know what is Cascot, if you don't know what is your job code, this is how it looks like, the Cascot website. You can give a text and you can find out the job code or details. For example, you type data analyst, and here, based on what you're typing, the portal will give you some suggestions. So data analyst is marked in green because this is what it thinks it's relate to, but it also gives you other suggestions like IT business analyst, programmer, and software development, actuaries, and other bits, but it's marked in red. And here you can see the score. So the chances are high that your job you're looking for is data analyst, and this is the code 3544. And of course, when you scroll down here, you can read the details of this job. What is this job about? And then more details around it. This is how you should be finding your job code if you don't know about it. Now, as we go to the table here, you will see there are two rates. One is called standard rate and one is lower rate. So the government has already given here explanation of what rates mean. So if you qualify for the standard rate because you got your first certificate of sponsorship after 4th of April 2024, you should look at standard rate. Now, remember, this list is for people if your COS was assigned to you after 4th of April. If your COS was assigned before 4th of April 2024, not 2025, you should be looking at this table, this column, which is a lower rate, because these are for people who belong to the old visa rules, not the new. Here you can see if you qualify lower rate, you should look at the lower rate. And then they're saying who qualifies. You qualify for the lower rate if you got your certificate of sponsorship for your first skilled worker visa before 4th of April. This is very important. And you have continually held on or more skilled worker visa since then. So if you have got your visa before 4th of April 2024 and you have continued, either you are renewing it or extending it, you can you are still eligible to look at this column, which is called as lower rate. And this is for new people if your visa or COS is issued after 4th of April. So that is the difference. I think people still don't understand. They get confused which column to look at. Okay. Now we are looking at temporary shortage occupation list. So let's quickly look at which jobs are there on the temporary shortage occupation list. Okay, you can pay attention to the occupation code. Some of the titles are managers in logistic. So you can still get sponsorship, directors in consultancy, lab technicians, electrical and electronics technicians, engineering technicians, building and civil engineering technicians, quality assurance technicians, planning process and production technicians, CAD, drawing and architects technicians, IT operations technicians, IT user support technicians, database administrator. Again, we already looked at the medium skilled jobs in my last video. So you can already see authors, writers, translators, dancers, photographers, dancers and choreographers, and here photographers and audiovisual and broadcasting equipment operators, clothing, fashion, accessories, design occupations, ship and overcraft officers, legal associate professionals, insurance underwriters, financial and accounting technicians, data analysts as well. Like I told in my last video, if you got a dependent, then data analyst is not a good job to take. You can transition into data scientist or data engineering. So I do have mentors who are helping people transition from a data analyst to data engineer and data scientist role. It is 3 to 4 months program, quite intense. So you can email at yourknowledgebuddy@gmail.com if you want to take our coaching services. Now, business associate, which is not defined elsewhere, like business support officers, system analyst, contract administrator, clinical coders, clinical trials administrator, research coordinators. And the next list is business sales executives, advertising and marketing associate, Now, you guys can pay attention to this column. Of course, I'm not paying attention. I'm just telling you the list of the jobs which are still in the shortage occupation list. Business sales executives, advertising and marketing associates, HR roles, information technology trainers, credit controllers, bookkeepers, financial administrative roles like grant officer, mortgage administrator, followed by pensions and insurance clerk, welding trades, pipe fitters, metalworking production, air conditioning, vehicle technicians, vehicle body builders, vehicle paint technicians. So again, this all comes under vehicle, boat and ship builders, computer system equipment and repairs, electrical and electronic trades, still erectors, plumbers, construction. So everyone in the construction industry, again, construction building trades, which is not elsewhere defined, floorers and wall tilers, painters, decorators, construction and building trade supervisor, energy plant operative. So again, quite list, big list actually for anyone who was looking for sponsorship job. Okay. So that's in the whole. One thing which I want to also say, because there are many students or people who are on PSW now watching my videos. Now, who can be paid less? There are also other criterias, like if you have done your PhD or if you're a new entrant, if your last visa category was say a PSW, postgraduate visa or graduate visa, or a student visa, you're eligible to get a salary discount of 30%. That is called new entrant rule, which you should be aware. Second is for people who have done a PhD from here, you can also get a salary discount. So this all are hyperlinks. When I had opened it, of course, you can go to the skilled worker visa. Here you can see when can you paid less. Here they have given a full detail and explanation of who can be paid less. Now, people get confused when you see under 26. If you're a student but you are above 26, that is still okay. Your last visa, you have to qualify under one of the criteria. If your last visa was either a student visa or you were on a graduate visa, you still qualify for it. So 20, you are under 26 is just one of the criteria, not all the criteria. You need to fulfill one criteria. So there are students who are coming, okay, I'm 30 plus. Am I still eligible for new entrant? Yes. And new entrant is given only for 4 years. Remember this. If you are moving directly from your student visa to a skill visa, then you can take the new entrant salary discount for 4 years. But say if you move from a student visa to graduate visa, and if you use that graduate visa for 2 years, it means your new entrant is left only for 2 years. But say you move from student visa to a graduate visa, but you use your graduate visa only for 1 year. It means you can still get a new entrant salary discount for 3 years. So in total, you need to count it is valid for 4 years. So for I know few people or clever people who had managed to get a student visa to skill visa, they're using that new entrant salary discount for 4 years. And for people who are on a graduate visa, if you're consuming the whole of 2 years in graduate visa, you are getting only for 2 years. And if you're using half time or less time, you can deduct that amount or the duration, and then you can get a new entrant. You have to also educate your employer. If employers are not aware, you can show this skilled visa, worker visa, UK Home Office page so that they are aware of it. And this is a list for yes, this is about the PhD salary discount that I was talking about. So you can refer to this that I was talking about, which are the jobs which will be eligible. And I already talked about the new entrant rule. So this is the minimum salary if you're under 26, studying, training, or in postdoctoral role. Again, this is a huge list here. You guys can go through it. I'll provide all the details so that you're aware how much salary you need to pay. For people who are eligible for discounts, remember, you will have to look at the last column, which is 70% of the lower going rate, because you're getting a salary discount of 30%. So you need to pay only 70%. So you can calculate how much you have to pay. Okay. So we talked everything about UK shortage occupation list, which is also temporary shortage occupation list because it may be abolished next year. Okay. But don't forget there's another list which people don't remember. It's called immigration salary list. This is a new name given, but it is also a child of the shortage occupation list actually. Before it was one big list. And again, the idea is to get rid of both the lists by next year. But at the moment, the government is maintaining temporary shortage occupation list and immigration salary list. So let's quickly go through it. Again, they have given a commentary about who can get a less salary, how to find the job code if you cannot, which is here. And if you scroll further, so these are the jobs which is mentioned in the immigration salary list. Here, lower rate is for people whose visas were granted before 4th of April 2024. Now, this is very important. Make sure you follow that. And if not, you will have to follow the standard rate. Okay. So let's quickly glance it. So the jobs which are there in managers and proprietors in forestry, residential day domiciliary care managers, chemical scientists, biological scientists, social and humanities scientists, graphic and multimedia designers, lab technicians, pharma, artists, dancers, musicians, arts officers, agriculture, welding, boat and ship, stonemasons, bricklayers, roofers, carpenters, construction, animal care, services, nursing, auxiliaries, care workers. Now, again, I have mentioned in my couple of videos already, international hiring for care workers is already stopped. So if you're in the UK, yes, you can get sponsored in care workers and senior carers, but you cannot bring your dependent. That is very important. You should know. And of course, the job code is 6135 and 6136. And next is fishing. So it's not a huge list, as you see. Now, if your job is listed as medium skill, which I explained in my last video, remember you can still get a sponsorship if it is part of either immigration salary list or shortage occupation list, which is this temporary shortage occupation list. So make sure you look through both the list before you start having your discussions with your prospective employers who can provide you sponsorship. So that's all about today's video. One of the purpose for me to make this video was people said there's no shortage occupation list in the UK. It is, as of today, yes, it is. It may be abolished later, but as of now, it does exist, which is called as immigration salary list and also temporary shortage occupation list. All the links will be in the description. Make sure if you don't understand anything, comment so that I can help you guys. Thanks for watching my video till the end, and I'll see you guys with my next video. Till then, keep learning.